was a very funny side quest, gentlemen. I'll go back to the main quest.
It was. Zaz, what happened last time?
Give me a second. Okay. So, the InfoWars session 3. We did host the third show of InfoWars. Before that, we did meet with a potential sponsor. We did meet with Mr. Victor Hale, who he does want to help us expand into alternate media forms, and he specifically wants to create a new media company, Ox News, and he does want us to be the face of it. He could even mentioned arranging an interview with the Church of God, and also telling us about the literal angel. Listen, maybe he could also arrange a meeting with, but that has to be kept secret. During the next show, though, the third show, we did the Riftborn kid was fucking late, but we started about him. But then he did arrive. His name is Peter Anderson. He came in, and he's had his house for a few months. He did give Esteban and Jonas the recruitment form that Storm gave him, and we did read it and talk about his experiences. Now, Hassan did call to try to mog us. We hung up on him. He did call multiple times. We kept hanging up on him. It was very funny. Bannon did get into the weeds a bit with local politician Raphael Marlowe. And listen, Jones did confirm him after, and Bannon did deflect with Jonas's concerns about what Bannon's actual political positions. After that, as the show's ending, Sandra did come back, and she gave Peter a contact with some contact info for a statewide network. Meanwhile, it was discovered that Husan has started a podcast with Troy Thompson. Apparently, he's making YouTube, and Rex did call in, and listen, it wasn't the best. He just started talking about the Jews before Bannon called him and told him to shut the fuck up stop talking about that. And they did meet up afterwards to talk a bit about how when this Ox News thing gets started, they will publish the stuff that Sandra gave originally. And to be careful talking about the Jews like that, because we all know they're a problem. But you sound like you can't just actually sound like a fucking Nazi though. That they'll club you with that.
Yeah, listen, you're fresh off of your own show. If there's anything you want to do, there's anything you want to do before your next one, don't have any conversations with anyone.
Soon I'll start reading my full power. Sadly, I'm treading right now. I have the Wikipedia page open to see how. I gotta be honest, I'm proud of myself, Grunt. I'm recreating Alex Jones' original story. Because he also had an incident where he blew up. Now, sadly, this is early on, so he will not just say, I'm right. Right now, he does listen to nerds like Bannon, who told him to shut the fuck up.
Soon there will be nobody holding you back.
Soon there will be no money. I'll be free. I'm under the illusion right now that I still have to control myself.
No, nothing with Bannon right now, no.
See. So as the week goes on, or Mr. Rex, you would get a phone call from your informant, from Sandra.
Yes. Morning, Rex speaking. How's it going? Got anything interesting?
I sure did. Remember meteor crisis from 16
Yeah.
years ago?
Yeah, I remember. I just forgot. So I don't medicate myself. I assume the swords are secret.
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah, I remember big nuclear scare.
Well, you have never considered that it was maybe a bit too convenient that everyone shook hands and nothing bad happened.
I'm gonna be honest. I was assuming it was some kind of space laser test, and then some satellites crashed down into an asteroid or something. And I always had my suspicions, but that's what you find.
Well,
How bad could be?
let's meet up. If you want, feel free to bring over your co-host. Anyone else you might want to see this. I'd rather talk in person and not over the phone.
Of course. See you there.
Yeah, she'll set up a meeting at one of the local diners.
Wait, it's not Jewish space lasers? That's boring. It's the gays.
Even worse. Yeah. Up to you if you want to call Esteban.
Yeah, call Esteban definitely. Maybe like Matthew as well, because there's Matthew's an integral. Actually, he is in fact the company. He's what a third of the company, to be fair.
Yeah,
right
plus
now.
He's running tech support. Is he that important?
That's true. He's not that important.
Probably do this with anyone running new tech support. Yeah, and presumably then both of you would go.
Yeah. Nancy's knows not to go.
Yeah, you'll be meeting with her during the late hours of the day. And you sit down and she'll greet you with a polite smile as she hands you a set of files. Those are KGB transcripts. And in the back you will find CIA messages as well.
Bannon will take a look.
Yeah, they find like a series of messages sort of back and forth between some agents that, well, you have the names there, basically asking each other like if the other group knows what the fuck is going on. And there's a few names that sort of get repeated, probably names of different agents. As no, you can just see both groups just kind of do the verbal equivalent of a handshake and be like, okay, well, listen, this isn't none of us. This is a Rift style event. We need to get a grip on this. So cease hostilities completely for like a month.
Bannon will ask, how did you get your hands on this?
The girl's gotta have her sources. Point is, you see that name over there? Which points to one of the pages.
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, wait a second. Why don't I see the character anymore? Archived him. It says Radmir Vasilev was a well-connected man in certain Soviet circles, but that's only what they knew. If I told you this man had connections throughout the United States and was acting as a middleman for several groups?
I think that'd be quite interesting.
Fortunately, he is dead. We can't really confirm or deny anything. You won't find his name in any news outlets or press. I think it's very suspicious that these governments were already collaborating so tightly, even back in the 80s. Knows how far this goes.
I always knew suspicion. I kind of just confirms it. Holy shit! It's the actual correspondences.
You know, you said something. Was there ever a Cold War?
That was a fucking puppet show. Some of my friends they mentioned things going back to the 1700s and shit. But said I'm not a historian. I don't know. I don't think that far, but I'm sure people were joking about it from the Roman era. The fucking shit existed, but
I'll let you do however you wish with the details on this man and these conversations. And well, if luck is with me, I will be able to find proof for the Madison disappearance. As listen, anyone that's been part of these conspiracy circles would know that that's like a big thing. It was like people just kind of the conspiracy.
Someone shut him up.
Well, the conspiracy is that Madison was like the testing ground of some secret biological weapon that the government then just covered up, killing literally everyone.
I mean, that'd be the white whale, but you can get anything on that. Be good.
In the meantime, how is it going on your end?
as Rex kind of looks a bit slightly embarrassed, look towards Bennett.
Things are going well. The show's been good. Recently, met with a man, Victor Hale, has interests in founding a new media apparatus.
You know who this man is? I haven't heard of him.
Some kind of businessman. Didn't mention much. I guess it's old money. He looked at tab. I think he did look old money, like fucking fine tunes and
Yes,
stuff. I think
yes.
yeah.
Kind of has like an eyebrow raised. You don't find that a bit suspicious?
Partially. But it's true. The reach he could offer would be... no. That'd be good.
She'll grimace slightly. Tell me something. Let's me trying to paint myself a picture. If I wanted to sabotage you two in your agenda, how do you think I should go about it? Do you think the way Hussein and his friend starting a competing podcast? No. That just provides more talking room for you. Brings even more light to these issues. No, I think I will try to... own you somehow. Control you. direct your attention towards topics I would find agreeable. Certain about this Victor guy?
We can look into him more. He does apparently have some connections with the Temple of God movement.
And you think that's a good sign? I heard
Yes,
those
it's-
were. You've seen the news from Israel and Palestine.
Listen. I
Oh.
know there are a bunch of like jihadis who like to blow themselves up. Which is that an accurate statement, Grant, from an Irish American to make? I think the joke being made in conservative circles.
I suppose, yeah, there would be a. That would be
Because I'm trying
common
to imagine how
slander,
civilization
yes.
works. Yeah, and I think even amongst conservatives, they may be anti. Yeah, okay, but they say, listen, they may be a bunch of goat fuckers, but they sure should not line up the feds.
Why do you think that?
You can't tell me that. I always thought, fuck, they could be, but the problem is,
Do the Soviets and the Americans shake hands openly? Come on now, Mr. Jonas.
no, I see what you're getting at. I always thought, but I just seem they were a bit too annoying, you know. And they do attack the holy cow, you know. No one else attacks Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv was never targeted by anybody. There's that there was like the Munich attack or whatever, but
The holy cow for who exactly?
America, Washington, and Moscow both support Israel consistently. It's like the only market. It's like the only thing you don't attack.
Is that true? Is that why they implemented the two-state solution? All those years ago?
I'm gonna be honest. I think they kind of blindsided me as well. I'm fucking.
You see, Mr. Jonas, you have good instincts. I think you should keep listening to them. Controlled opposition, you said it yourself.
Yeah, fuck. You're right. Fuck yeah.
And out of nowhere comes this guy conveniently handing you more money, influence, trying to get you on his station.
Speaking of intuition, no Grunt.
Hmm.
Well, let me. The problem is, I'm not sure if that's too broad a question. I might not.
Well, listen, you can ask me the question. I'll tell you if it's too broad.
Because I think it's very funny sense, but also a genuine like, what is the read from everything both I heard now from her, like, all the thoughts on this Ox guy? What's my intuition, my gut feeling tell me? Is this an offer too good to be true, or it's like or should be like, basically?
So okay, so I was gonna say, what's your vibe? Is too broad? Do you think, like, if you want to ask the question, think he's trying to control you?
Yes.
Then the answer would be yes.
All right, let me withdraw one adrenaline. Listen.
Yeah, he definitely, like, this is exactly how somebody would try to sort of get their fucking like wires into you. Offer you a news station, you go to the news station, and after that you are talking his shit, and then he'll feed you information.
I do need to post a crack pipe though, because listen, this is my adrenaline. Actually, holy fuck! I just decided, I will not even use adrenaline. I'll post a crack pipe.
It does feel that the man is less interested in working for you and more interested in you working for him.
It's actually he will actually not. Luckily, unfortunately, we don't know that. In fact, we're just being controlled by Simon, and Simon doesn't want to lose his 8 assets. But Rex didn't think that far ahead. As actually Rex holds his fucking like hands. Fuck, I know it's to be true. Fuck, you're right. Should listen to my instinct. Fuck, old Monica. Of course, connected. Fuck. But listen, still though, depending on the arrangement, his money might still be useful. Depending on how the contracts worked out. Listen, I'm not a legal expert, but I sit next to Bannon.
Listen, Grunt. I would like to, Mr. O'Bannon would like to try to, if I can, Sandra, what, I want to try to get a read on her. On like basically what angle is her opposition to Victor coming from? Is it just the genuine, like, I don't trust this guy, I think he'll control yours? There's something more here,
Yeah.
something else.
So is this to see like what beef would she have with him?
Yeah, like the exact nature of her opposition,
Then
basically.
I'll have to see. That's an extreme. That's a very like. That would be an extreme difficult. Because it don't have that much information. Mostly vibes.
All right.
Oh,
I'll do a reroll.
there we go. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, clearly she is highly suspicious of him. Doesn't think clearly doesn't believe he has your interests at heart. Also not being completely honest about it either. Like, she is trying to sort of galvanize you against him as well, but she's not necessarily lying about it.
Esteban will just as Rex looks at him, Esteban will say, might be better to table talks with Mr. Hale then.
Sandra will say, greatest advantage you two have is exactly what he's trying to take away. You may think money, influence are important, and they are. But freedom, unpredictability, that's what makes you actually dangerous.
And Esteban will nod.
Or sacrifice those things just for some money.
Oh no, I'm not doing this for the money. I would have joined the mainstream media and peddled things. I think I have enough salesman skills to become a CNN show talking head. That's not what I was doing for the money. It's a tool, but no, that's not. You're right. Fucking man in a fancy suit comes out of nowhere. So I'm actually kind of a bit retarded, but luckily that's why you two are here. So luckily you're extra big, so I think you can put hands on both their shoulders. You guys can do the thinking as I now post my new adrenaline image. This is my adrenaline image for this game specifically.
Let's say, plus I have a slight feeling that in a few years you'll have more than enough money than what this news station would have been able to offer you.
To the future, then.
Into the future.
Listen, if you want, I can ask some questions about him. See if I can find anything more.
Listen, as long as it's not too dangerous. Listen, I actually fucking. You dangerous to fuck. I've got. You can go to him. It's more about wasting time. It's not personally think just. Actually, no. What fucking? Yeah, of course. Take a bit into him. I'm kind of curious. Listen, maybe he's just a guy with a fancy face. Maybe there'll be something more to it.
Nods. I'll be taking my leave then. You reach out if you need anything from me. As she will take her leave.
When she's gone, Bannon will lean over. Bannon will lean over and then kind of whisper to Rex. She wasn't telling us everything. I think she knows a lot more about Mr. Hale than she's willing to let on right now.
Just looks him. Sadly, John was distracted and thought of other things. What do you mean?
Listen, she wasn't lying. She doesn't like them. She doesn't trust them. He doesn't want us to work with them, but she wasn't telling us the whole story.
You're not telling me that he's also hiding something.
Keeping cards close to her chest at the very least. I think maybe we should look into this Mr. Hale ourselves.
I kind of just assumed she was hiding her real name or something. I mean, I kind of figured that she has probably like a intelligence background or something. But you don't kind of stumble on these files through fucking nothing. That's kind of what I figured.
As Esteban will say, unless it's just a hunch. My theory is my theory right now is, without anything else to go on, him and her had contact in the past, ended poorly. She just doesn't want to work with them. I'll be honest. Doesn't mean everything she was saying was wrong, though.
No, I definitely agree with her. Like, listen, I'm thinking about like the.
It wasn't lying. There was just there's some parts of the truth she wasn't telling, but nothing she said was a lie. At least I don't think it was a lie. I'm just saying. I think working with her is still, in the long term, might be better than working with Mr. Hale, but let's be a bit careful with her, too.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah. That's she's very talented journalist. That is very much very.
At the end of the day, I know I'm honestly here. You know you're honestly here.
I may be a bit retarded, but my heart's sure set in the right place.
Yeah. Listen, stuff she's given us so far have been on the up and up, but let's not forget she also just sort of came out of nowhere.
All right, we have to show. Anyway, we have to show to shut up. Oh fuck! I need to fucking talk about. I need to remember the fucking shit you told me.
Of a show, but you know what? You said you've been in contact with some of those with a few journalists, right?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, maybe we shouldn't sit on everything.
You think it's time to disseminate some stuff?
Oh, absolutely. I think it is time. If we're not going to be going on Ox News, then there's no
That's
point.
true, right there. There's no point for to hide the bomb show, yeah? I fucking told Hussein. That's what I was fucking waiting for, you asshole. Oh, yeah, I also just fucking realized that we joined the fucking big money conglomerate. Holy fuck, are people to fucking talk to? Jesus Christ. But of course, fucking sell out.
Yeah, accuse us of it anyways.
Not true.
All right. We got work to do before the show. Let's get it done.
So, what are you planning on giving a couple of the journalists the documents regarding the killings?
Yeah, I think like definitely the killings, definitely. Because kind of want to build up a bit to the release of then these documents as well.
Yeah. Yeah, this is basically for them to like publish these evidences in like smaller newspapers, that sort of thing, right? Get it out there.
Yeah, small newspapers, maybe like get posted online a few places.
All right. Anything else?
I think listen, Esteban will look into Mr. Hale a bit himself. Just let's a bit of his own research if he can.
How would you like to go about doing that research? You can give me like a detect, smooth. You just talk to people to try and find like people from like the academic side or like other news media people.
Yeah, I think Ben, and I think like yeah, taking this a bit more analog would be better. So with smooth, yeah, would that be with speech.
No, that'll be a detector.
Oh, I detect with smooth.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Because the guy, you will quickly realize he's not. Nobody really know. Holy shit! Nobody really like knows much about him. So it's very hard to even find people who like. More people have heard about the unyet launched news network than about the guy. Like Victor Hale is as close as you can get to a fucking ghost. Nobody knows him. He had nobody. Everyone's like, I don't. There's some people who've heard about the projects he's been involved, but not about him specifically.
And just real quick, just to cover my bases here, Silver Tongue, High Culture don't apply.
Silver Tongue definitely doesn't. I mean,
High Culture is like if you reroll for all rolls for confirmation about general culture, literature, history, and geography.
I would say this is. I would include this because it's about like
Yes!
about like.
Let's go.
Reroll. Yeah, still an extreme.
But yeah, yeah. So Victor L is a fucking ghost. Weirdly so. Everything he. There's nothing. Everything about Ox News is done through other people. There's other people who come up as faces, as like investors, managers, like the hiring manager. Like all of these are like completely nobody knows Victor Hell himself. And like the few people that have heard about him don't know much about than you do, that he's a wealthy entrepreneur who is very private with his life. This is about as suspicious as one fucking can get.
Yeah, Bannon will take note of all that. Yeah.
You know, while this intellectual is working on his shit, I have been thinking. Listen, Bannon told him, "No, be safe and be safe. Don't talk about the Jews. Say it is Zionism." But Bannon wants the truth to get out. I'm thinking basically, could I as a personal side project, not affiliated with the show, because apparently Mr. Nerd told him no, not to, but to make sure to spread the message around, Grunt.
This is just to post online more, or do you want
Yeah.
juicy information? How about listen? No, with your intuition, you could.
I
You
want to see
could-
the truth.
Yeah,
I'm
you
right.
could just like consult the crack pipe.
I do consult because I want to think. Actually, you know what? Santa bring up an amazing point. Wait, hold on a sec. What about Palestine? Because Bannon never thought about it much because you always assumed that Israel was a holy cow, but he mentioned a good point. Actually, let me consult the crack pipe. He's in his thinking chair right now. Because he's actually thinking about like, wait, why the fuck would they release Palestine? So yeah, why the fuck would they actually? What's it tell me, Grunt?
Well, as you consult the crack pipe, you will get a message from Sandra saying she has some information that might answer your Israel questions. If you want to meet up with her on a short notice. Crackpipe has manifested.
So that's good timing, Sandra. Sure thing. We'll love to.
Listen, you meet with her as he and hands you an envelope and says, that thing might just be some of the biggest hit piece you've ever seen in your life.
Are these gonna be fucking Mossad files or something?
Confirmed Mossad agent assassinated Ronald Reagan.
I knew it! As he fucking get. Oh, sorry. I assume we're being proud, so luckily the yell will not matter. I assume we can have an apartment, right, Grunt?
I mean, yeah, if you want to invite her to your apartment, yes.
Actually, I'm not sure if I go. I think does she have? I assume. Actually, I'm questioning where the fuck would you normally meet? I assume at her apartment.
Well, she always meets up in like public spaces, so you could just be at a corner street. It's fine. Only the fucking like homeless man kind of like passing by. You'll be like, what? Weird.
Listen. I must be like, I fucking knew it. I knew it in my gut. I always knew it.
And well, wasn't alone. You know who the other assassin was?
Russian, wasn't it?
She nods.
Get. Fuck it. It feels so good to be officially vindicated.
And well, listen. All there are rumors, but those are unconfirmed.
Oh, fucking CIA wasn't a fucking inside job as well.
Well, no, I was just, rumors about the agents themselves. Apparently, they were involved. You know.
Oh.
Degeneracy has a tendency to spread, right?
It's two fucking faggots, wasn't it?
This is how I get fucking banned and fucking.
Also, Zaz, congrats, another posting success.
Another posting success.
Yeah.
Luckily, we're both here. Luckily, we're both here to consent and we're posting about our own characters.
He says, "Oh, I'll let you draw the conclusions, but they apparently the information they had, well, that's a lot of information to have without having insider help. I think you're looking at the start of the takeover."
I was not personally put up to Matt about this, and actually, yeah, you're right. Yeah, this might be it. Yeah, I appreciate
Everyone knew he was gonna win, so.
Yeah, that's not. I was so annoyed to know when the conspiracy group formed, but yeah, I think this was their first big hit.
Well, that's I think that different information is much harder to come by, but
yeah, no. Holy, so you're a godsend, Sandra. Holy shit.
Also, I've asked around about your sponsor, your mysterious sponsor.
What you find?
Now, pretty much nothing. The man's a ghost.
Fake identity. It's a. It's like a. Oh god, I thought he was just fucking some function. If he was a fucking like, it was just a pretty face or something, but nothing of it. The less you know about someone, the scarier they are.
I have some unpleasant rumors about him. Apparently, he made his fortune by working with the Nazis, but
Wait, tell me he was a fucking Nazi? Or was it?
those are the rumors I've heard. I can't confirm them yet, but he's not a pleasant guy. The only people who hide are those, well, have something to hide.
How about that?
Take care, Rex. Seems you are already attracting the attention of people who want to manipulate you for their own goals, and well, I can assure you they're not American patriots.
Thank you for putting us back on the right track.
She nods. She'll take her leave.
The crack pipe. Thank you, Mr. Crack Pipe.
Ask and the crock pipe delivers.
It does. It does. I think this is a release that needs to be coordinated with Bad. I think you mentioned. I think this needs to be posted officially because this is a bombshell, right? As luckily this band will get a call from Mr. X. The band needs to plan something. As band will just see a text. We got something else for the pipeline of event delivery.
Nice. Did you get text back? Let's meet up then.
God, I love the character I made. The crack, but it's real mechanically.
Yeah.
I think in fact you might just be your character. Rex might just be a psychic. He might be a psychic.
What if he's a riff on an Oracle Grant the future game?
What if in fact he is a Mage the Awakening?
You'll definitely get the foresight ability when you like.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'll make the villain. I'll make them superhero villain game. Is this the bad thing?
You two can meet up. As technically the show is tomorrow.
Yeah, this is for future planning. As I see Rex will come in with a smile towards the meeting, the happiest he has ever been. All doubts are removed.
Sounds like your day's been more fruitful than mine has.
It just feels right to be officially vindicated. As he slaps on the faces of the fucking... Those are two fucking dykes who shot Reagan.
Cesspon will say, so there's a file report.
I see it gets in the actual file. See, was too much focus on the interesting part. Oh yeah, here's the actual file, whatever, but
As Cesspon will look over it, yeah.
You'll see sort of documents for like shipping, like plane tickets. You'll see expenses for like weapons. You'll see pictures of them. You'll see certain transcripts between them and whoever was their handler.
Holy shit!
I told you I was
no wonder they were so quick to shake hands. Wasn't the first time they worked together?
Listen, apparently. Listen, it's a very tight corner in the deep state, so we kind of rub against each other. It's kind of shudders. Oh, disgusting fucking freak.
No. This is we need to coordinate all the releases. I don't think
it's
cover-ups, involvement between intelligence agencies, killing U.S. politicians on American soil.
You know, I'm gonna be honest. Me speaking, as I always speak truth to power. Holy shit, God, listen. I don't like to serve God people, but I think we are actually being looked at by the Almighty.
No, this Hale guy, by the way, I looked into him a bit myself.
Mm-hmm.
He's fucking a literal fucking ghost would leave more evidence than this guy does.
Sandra told me. Damn. Sandra told me the same. Okay. You know, fuck it.
Even if he was the most private individual on earth, a man traveling like he does, knowing the kind of money he does around that, there's paper trails, there's evidence, there's even random photos.
You also mentioned, even though Sandra didn't mention he was pretty, well, kind of. Actually, you mentioned, out of course, did you discover any connections to Germany out of curiosity with him?
No, nothing. I mean, he has fucking a few facemen that are from fucking Central Europe, but nothing particular. No.
Well, you see, Rex, you could just insult the crack pipe again.
I was about to ask the crack pipe because I want to ask basically, what does my crap say when because the thing is I felt bad about consulting because it's kind of retroactive consultation, but okay, so that case, yeah, I will ask what's my feeling because it is a bit random because I want to wait until the band conversation because like, what does the crack pipe tell me about like that because it's weird that band didn't find anything of the Nazis and kind of Sandra did kind of just throw that one out of there.
Well, what's the question? What's the question you want some insight on?
Was Sandra lying? Was Sandra basically lying to me when she mentioned the Nazi? Was it basically just a random factoid she mentioned, or?
Oh no, you don't think Sandra was lying. You just think the connection with the Nazis may not be the most direct one. Because if you think about it, Rex, one doesn't have to be connected directly with the Nazis. One can be connected with the people connected in a chain of connections to the Nazis and still like have benefited. So, for example, if someone was to be connected to corporations that were made quite a profit during the World War era, and then just kind of transfer that wealth, that could lead to such rumors floating about. So no, you don't think she was lying. You just think the connection is probably not like a very direct one, but it still is there. Like you don't think that was a lie. You're sure the crack pipe is telling you that's a true fact.
Yes, listen, as Rex will look at Bannon. Alright, I mentioned you started your search because I didn't feel Sandra was lying to me about that one. I have a bit of a hunch, and now listen. Now was she? Now is there a picture of a swastika of him out there? I don't know, but he is. He had a very fancy suit, you know. Perhaps a businessman, family member. Maybe we should start looking at stuff like that because.
Alleging a Nazi connection.
He might have collaborated with people who collaborated with Nazis. Might have benefited, you know. Have you heard of those like rat lines and shit?
It's possible. Listen, like I said, I've got the names of a few frontmen, people who he puts out there, so he doesn't actually do anything himself.
Yeah.
I was looking at them.
Again,
Now that you think about it, Mr. O'Bannon. Well, there is one connection that does stand out if you think about it as a tangential connection to the Nazis. There's a certain pharmaceuticals large corporation that operated out of Germany that had ties to the regime that you've heard mentioned in association with this Victor Hale like a few times. That would be the Merck Corporation.
Actually, wait a minute, hold on. You'll see, like, he'll take out like his own little notebook, and he'll like take out like, okay, there's this pharmaceutical company, Merck. But the thing about them is that an operation during the Second World War, they restructured denazification. Can imagine with the right help that denazification could have been a little stringent than it should have been.
Oh shit! No, they might have. They were that together, yeah. Maybe hell was like a. Maybe they need some help to fit in the States after the war. Might have shaken hands. And they'd say Hitler didn't have many gold bars, so they lost.
Oh. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm not the best person at drawing these kind of connections. A bit more of a concrete person, but if you, say, wanted to get information on information you could use to create a biological weapon.
Holy shit, you're fucking right! It didn't come to my mind! Oh my, it's always the most fucking boring one where they fucking hide! Oh, that was the fucking... That's the fucking, the light bulbs activate. Now, it's a very broken light bulb, but it does activate.
I think maybe we should talk with Sandra. I think this Merck Corporation and its ties to them are worth looking into. And, well, any potential ties they have to the U.S. pharmaceutical industry and U.S. government might also be worth looking into.
You should always it's good bringing up, listen, I'm, I may be a bit retarded and all. Remember, we're looking at this on the down low. Listen, I trust Sandra personally.
I'm going to be honest.
But I think she might already know about Merck stuff. This might have been what she meant. Because if we tread on her path.
Maybe. I just don't know. I feel like we got so much here, X, already. We know about their collaboration. We know about cover-ups of murders. We know about an active plot by elements of I can only assume, the FBI and the CIA to allow foreign agents to kill an American politician. If it turns out that U.S. government was recruiting Nazi scientists to wipe out fucking Midwest towns.
Holy shit, this might be.
I feel like we're at the edge. We're at the edge that it's the answer. It's right there. It's right there, but it's just out of our reach.
Let's listen. I do want to ask this. Now, I'm not sure if this is too broad for a crack pipe question to hear about
Rex, are you okay? I've seen you hit that. Have you just done 3 hits of crack in front of me?
Yes, you just see him like.
He's having a small. Listen, it's ketamine.
It's switched now. He put down the crack pipe. He's taking other stuff now.
This is the heavy stuff. This is the heavy duty stuff.
Oh my god, he's multi-barreling.
Yes, I am. Listen. I'm fine. Just need some time to think. He sits down on Again, I need to ask if this is too broad of a question, but fuck, I repeat myself. But does my gut tell me it's a good idea to go with Sandra with this or no?
With what, this one?
Basically, ask her about Merc.
Yeah, you could.
Because
listen,
because-
she said like her rumors, but she didn't have any proof. You could probably like, not a bad idea to ask her for more information on
Yeah.
this specific avenue. If you,
yeah, the crackpot question was basically like because he's kind of afraid to uncover something about Sandra there. But if that's just a bad thought, in that case, okay.
what
no,
do you mean
that's-
uncover something about? What's the actual question?
Oh, because it's my brain works in magic ways. Basically, remember when Bannon said that Sandra might be also like a bit like a fallen out of nowhere?
Yes.
That Sandra might react negatively if it's would Sandra react like negatively? Basically,
You don't
like
think so?
all right, gotcha. Yeah, because my basic position like that this might be her past, and she might try to
Your
like,
crack pipe is telling you that Sandra is completely disconnected from all these people.
All right, gotcha. All right, that's okay. Thank you, Grant. Thank you. That was the question I was asking. Basically, that she might like fucking like Stonewall us and stuff.
Unlike Mr. Hale, Sandra seems to have your best interests at heart.
I'll no longer ask. That's like, as you get up after like, that was a bad one. Well, let's go for it. I think let's give her some food for thought. As you'll take out the phone for some more to meet up eventually. She's too busy right now.
As yeah, no, I mean she'll meet up with you.
Yeah.
Did you call her to your apartment? Do you meet? Is this a meeting with O'Bannon or is this just with you and her?
Honestly, me and her. And that's O'Bannon wants like. Listen, O'Bannon sees the fucking phone. He can triangle if he wants to like meet with her as well. I don't think he wants to.
Esteban, I think he's leaving you in his apartment. Yeah.
He is in fact. He is in fact. Listen, Carrie, he's doing it. He's doing it in character. Unless Esteban stops him.
Esteban, because Esteban's been a little hooked now. It's Esteban will say. Esteban will say. So, where's the meeting?
Oh shit! Fuck! No, Cornerstone. You can come with. Fuck! I forgot about you. Listen, I think this is in character. I think this is absolutely in character. I'll defend myself.
Oh, so you pick up to follow him. That's the one. You think that listen, the drugs they may give one insight, but also
Listen, at this point, at this point, these people clearly like to talk to Rex, not me. So he's got his worth.
Listen, Rex will like look at Bannon. Listen, it helps you cool off and think. That's how actually. Listen, you should try it yourself sometimes, you know. Listen, this Rex is pro drugs. This is the big difference between real life Alex and Rex. Listen, I'm about to do something funny with your permission, Grunt.
mm-hmm.
I've got this like gym guy, like a rogue, Now, Grunt, do we need to make a fake name or can I make the real name?
No, listen, we need fake names for everyone.
We need a legally distinct.
Road Jorgen.
You see, Grunt, I'm creating a universe here. You created Hussein Baker, not Piker. I think you created Rex, Joe Rogan in the background.
Yeah, well, what's his fake name, Mac?
Oh fuck! I get the honor to make it up. As
I believe so. He's not stopping you.
Yeah.
There's this guy. Now what's Joe? Because I'm not sure if Joe's his real name. Let's see here. I'm not sure if Joe is an abbreviation or like a.
No, it's not.
Oh fuck! It is. Oh fuck! His real name is Joseph James. Damn. I was about to call him fucking. I was about to call him just Joseph as
It's fine. Let me. I have a suggestion. There we go.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of something. I was thinking like Gregory. Listen, I sometimes go to the gym, but it's my doctor told me if my cholesterol's kind of fucked, and like and a guy there, he recommended me something having against stress. The guy John Rowan. You meet with him. Like he taught me about psychedelics and shit. How they can open your mind, new ideas.
The Fear Factor guy?
Yeah. Listen, I think he's a good man. Listen, he got me. That's the one thing I agree with the commies. And listen, it worked out for him.
What year is it currently?
I was gonna say, listen, technically, Fear Factor is in 2001, but I think Agent Smith will put down the gun for this one.
This is too funny. I used to just laugh.
Unfortunately, before Fear Factor, like no one would know who this guy is.
No. He did have a news radio, like 5 years before.
Come on, every fucking loser had a news radio in 1996.
No. This is like a sitcom. No, this is like a sitcom.
Actually, yeah. Listen, apparently he worked as. Listen, actually, what year is it right now? Fuck.
1996.
I'm looking at Wikipedia. I'm scanning it.
We are learning the deep lore.
We are. Listen, he was also a UFC commentator already. But yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
Listen, Agent Smith can move it a bit earlier, just for like shits and giggles. Because Agent Smith is a funny
So there's
joke.
no Fear Factor, but like he is in the UFC. Yeah.
Yeah, UFC is right now already. Listen, that guy's healthy, and the drugs don't do anything to him.
Oh, take your word for it.
There you go, Grunt. Joe Rogan introduced. Like that. Come on, Grant. It was too funny. Who else would introduce Rex Jonas to like DMT?
But yeah, no. Listen, you can both meet with Sandra. As you'll find a nearby derelict alleyway. As she'll greet you, says, that sounded rather urgent. What happened?
Let's just say, I think multiple minds work together the best, you know. And I feel like, a balanced managed. Remember when you told me about hailing the Nazis?
Nazis. Yeah.
Bannon just had a lightning bolt. A smart man. Go explain it. Let's explain to her.
Oh, I was doing my own looking in on him, and imagine like you found man's a ghost. But I didn't exactly correlate it till Rex here and told me about the what you told him. The rumors does have a connection with a company called Merck. Pharmaceutical company operated during World War II, restructured afterwards, but well, by and large, looks of it still ran by more or less same people.
Are you certain you wanna? That is true. That's even worse than I thought.
Oh fucking god! You know about these guys?
I've heard many unpleasant rumors about them. Human experimentation, illegal research projects, ties to not just the Nazis, but the Japanese.
Now, I do have a bit of a question, Brent. Is Merck known in conspiracy circles?
Not really, no.
Yeah, because okay, good. I just never thought so. I wanted to make sure. Holy shit! I never heard about this. Even my friends never heard about this shit. We usually talk and stuff. It's always just the fucking quiet ones.
The ones who really want to hide things, trust me, you're gonna learn about them so easily. They will distract you with sensational news, but Merck is bad news.
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Brandon already brought it up, but
You know, they were involved in the Madison disappearance accident.
I was about to say, yeah, it makes sense. Biological research, Titan disappearing, it all clicks together now perfectly. Holy fuck, who's the Victor guy?
That's how I ran across them. I was planning on investigating them more thoroughly in relationship to that incident. This Victor person now went from untrustworthy to dangerous in my book.
Yeah, no, fucking get. Holy shit. I sure followed my first hunch. But I just don't know he was this bad. I thought he was just a money guy. He was like a grifter.
Nothing good will come from. Nothing good will come from anything from him.
Yeah. I should never trust the man who works with the Arabs. That's so good.
Okay, well. It's, if I have more information, I suppose I will get it to you.
No, this is the real shit. Listen, if you can, it would be great. But it sounds like even for you, this be like a fucking Egyptian archaeology, basically, trying to uncover the fucking layers of secrecy. Like
I was told that if I pursue this angle of investigation, I will be disappeared. But, well,
I mean, it's definitely a risk. But the information you've gotten us so far, I just feel like the whole web's almost all together. The whole puzzle's almost here.
probably have to go dark for a few weeks. After that, I either come back something, or I probably won't come back at all.
Oh, fuck. That sounds fucking dangerous as fuck. How about that?
The truth always is. If anything, that's an indication we're on the right fucking track. If it wasn't dangerous, if there wasn't a risk, they wouldn't do anything to us.
Listen, you are putting our necks but differently, but I feel right now your neck is far out the farthest, Sandra. You really want to listen. Godspeed to you if you want to, but
Listen, I think the world needs us as well as they need you. I wouldn't be a journalist if I just wanted to cover local news.
Godspeed to you. I'll be praying for you.
Thank you.
Good luck out there.
You as well. She'll take her leave.
And she'll leave, just say to Rex, I'm gonna be honest, I always knew the situation is bad, but the US government literally cooperating with Nazis to what?
No, I know what else. Man, you saw satanic rituals, but they covered up. Like, it doesn't surprise you that much that the Satanist circle includes the Nazis. It's that far of a jump.
I figured it was a small cabal that was pulling the strings.
No,
Operation Paperclip was the entire government.
Jonas chuckles.
This isn't just a few people at the top or a few CIA agencies. This would be the entire fucking bureaucracy has to be involved in it.
Rex chuckles. Oh, they are, but they are. It's all a puppet show. And we're getting close to actually, and I'm pretty sure. And the puppet masters got arrogant. Because I'm going to be honest, I have a gut feeling. Hales, maybe he's not the puppet stringer himself, but I'm pretty sure he knows about them. He definitely works for them, and knowingly works for them, unlike all the other pawns. And who knows, maybe he actually might be one of the puppet stringers.
Listen, at the very least, he's a man they trust to go between all the fronts. No, now this. Listen, even if we don't hear from Sandra again, this. No, we got enough to start. We got enough to work with. If she comes back and we get the last puzzle piece to put everything together, perfect. Now this, everything what we've got now. Listen, as he'll just look back to Rex, he'll just say, something tells us show's gonna be a lot more mobile near future.
Definitely. Listen, I just didn't expect to be that soon. Holy fuck, we're like, I think we understand. Are we even a month in Grunt? I mean, it's for a week, right? I'm counting my head. It's for a week, right?
No. This would be the fourth week.
Barely a month. I say, fuck, just cut up the month and.
I mean, at the end of the day, this goes to show it that we were right. The right people at the right spot looking at it, and the whole fucking thing begins to unravel. They didn't see the. Starting to think. God, they got fucking arrogant. They thought they won. They did. I can imagine a couple of years ago they wouldn't have let Hale make this fucking mistake, but look at it now.
I don't.
He made a slip up. And one slip up, we make the fucking connection.
Right, sure if he wanted to fucking move, yeah, because listen, I'm pretty sure he didn't make this, but I'm pretty sure it was authorized by them. They're probably, I'll be honest, this is the point where they might actually think, listen, I just said that Sandra's next is far out, and I think hers right now out the farthest, but our next out far behind.
Oh, when we tell them, hell, we're not interested? No. I think that's when they're done playing nice.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they have fucking plan B prepared. Fuck, listen, if we die, we die for a good cause, brother.
We die for a good cause, and listen. You get those files in the hands of people you trust. I'll do the same. Even if we don't make it. No, this keeps circulating. This story doesn't die.
Absolutely. Time to better fucking death drops. We have a show to run tomorrow. We can. Holy fuck! I always seem so small at a radio show now compared to this shit.
Esteban will kind of give a laugh at that. He'll nod. Month in. If we make it, imagine we're gonna find 2 months.
They also give a chuckle at that. Alright, let's get ready for tomorrow.
Time to move the fucking news station in South America.
Yeah, because that's something we're thinking. Holy fuck, you're gonna get
FBI,
shot.
wait, what did they say? Oh.
Yeah, the problem.
Oh no.
We're coming to you live from the wonderful, wonderful town of Caracas.
Yeah, honestly, I was thinking, like, talking about mundane parts on the radio is so boring compared to this. Holy fuck. It seems so small, dude.
Yeah, okay. Send in the planes. Bomb Venezuela, guys. Just fucking get these guys.
Marco Rubio and John Bolton, Senator Marco Rubio and Senator John Bolton died because of a raging hard-on erection. The Republicans...
Holden Blood Feast named Secretary of War.
But yeah, listen, you'll head to start the show, unless there's something else you'd like to do before that.
No, I think we've done enough. We did enough. The crack pipe did enough.
But yeah, listen, as you'll start the 4th edition of your, well, soon to be a quite famous show. As well, you did distribute some very heavy materials earlier the week that have caught on fire in several small publications, conspiracy forums, and, well, similar avenues. You can imagine there's gonna be a lot of callers tonight.
Yeah, as listen, unless there's anything Jimmy wants to say beforehand, our wonderful guy whose name I still don't fully remember.
Matthew, we'll give you the signal that you're live.
All right, everyone. I welcome you to the 4th and very special episode of InfoWars. I'm sure some of you have already read and seen the recent news. If you haven't, sit tight, and myself and my compatriot here, Mr. Jones, can inform you all about these startling revelations. Mr. Jones, is there anything you'd like to say before we begin?
As by the way, out of context, I assume we would have talked about this before the show. Right now, the relation being, just to be sure, I kept minor right now to make sure, because so me, Mac, doesn't get mentally confused. Luckily, we can
What was
have. I assume the revelation that I think that Grant referred to right now, is, to remind myself, was only the murders, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
I thought correct, right? And I remember, like, because Grant told me, his ass told me, I wrote this down. The line is against for the Jewish comments, if it comes up, what was I'm just against Zionism.
Yes.
Alright, good. Just writing down so I don't forget. But yeah, but the satanic pictures are correct. They're already out there. Okay, good. Listen. You're right. Listen, some of you folks, especially if they came from the same podcast that I think on the Foot Facts and Logic. I already teased it before. Sorry, folks, I had kept you waiting. You know, logistics takes a while, but Satanist. All I have to say, Satanist. And the truth is now out there, and people are seeing it. And honestly, as horrific as it is, it speaks for itself. Nothing more from me, no more to add. They're always there amongst us, hiding it. And actually thinking about it, actually. You know, all these rift tragedies, and listen, some of them are probably real or partially real, but it just makes me think, you know, how many of these events, or just the tragic events, general murders and shit, are just people being actually sacrificed to actual dark gods and shit, or they think they're dark gods. Or just for fucking sadism alone, just for shits and giggles. I want to remind you people, the government, the authorities at B, do not have your best intention at heart. The only ones who are good in that organization are the ones who are deluded. Good police officers thinking doing the right thing, soldiers standing up to defend their country. But the leadership, politicians and generals, they're the scum of the earth. No worse than Hitler. And, but rest assured, they'll rejoin him back in hell after we win. They're finally, and justice has been brought up for all the people that they fucking killed.
As Esteban will say, for viewers who haven't yet, who haven't been keeping up, we recently got a hold of, and we distributed to trusted sources, files, pictures, and other documents that detail the extensive cover-up of the true extent and motivation of the Soul Killer murders. Stuff that the government did decide to keep hidden for decades.
I forgot to mention. Yeah, it's one of many. I got carried away. Thank you for reminding me. Yes, but indeed, it's a bunch of killings in New York. Again, officially, just a single actor, a single guy who drew a few funny pictures next to some court. I think that's the official story, right, Grunt? There was a single guy who drew like some of the pictures next to people. Oh, Grunt, I do have a question. Because I remember on some of the murders he did, even the first ones, he drew like the signs. Were those signs public or at all?
So there were like a few pictures leaked to the press. Your files just has way more, and has like actual like conclusions being drawn by the police.
Yeah, okay.
Like
gotcha.
the articles at the time kind of framed it like this just a lunatic, and then there was like a copycat. But like the documents you have, well, they're just much more comprehensive.
And what's important, they do include the warehouse of the fucking 200 people.
Yes, that's the big one.
Yes, okay, luckily, so I can continue my spiel here. Armando, they said it was a single lunatic, and did you think it weird, Bannon, that they didn't want to publish the fucking pictures even on the first few people, there were individuals? Well, it turns out. By the way, Grant, what's the total rough ball kill? I said 200, right? But is that accurate, Grant?
No, that's way too many. What the fuck?
50 to 50. What's the ballpark?
Oh, Jesus, Mac.
Okay, so I measured too much in the fucking in the warehouse.
It's not 200 people in the. I mean, let me go and check.
Yeah. Because luckily we have the number, so who should know?
I was gonna say I feel like more like there was like 10 people in the warehouse because I remember.
Because I remember there was like a pit mentioned, and the fucking pit requires 3 people. Well, 10 people still like love for a pit, yeah. So I just mentioned the pit was
because it was the church people that were like sacrificed.
Yeah. Oh yeah, right. I remember now. Yeah, right. I just imagined the fucking Warhammer 40k fucking pit with 200 guys in them.
So yeah, no. I think it was like either like between like 10 and 20 at most.
Okay, 10 and 20.
I feel like 10, 12 is like a
good number. Yeah, 12. Let's say 13 because I like ugly numbers. Mm-hmm. I'll decide which one. But yeah, that's luckily I can say 2 dozen. This perfectly covers that range. So debate solved there. But yeah, so you mentioned. And those 2 dozens were not officially connected to Soul Killer. Also importantly, right, Grant? They completely hit that. They were connected.
Yes.
So yeah, and officially there's only I think only the 3 murders that was connected, right? The only good one. Yeah. Okay, good. Okay, so I can say lucky. So sorry for asking questions. Had to clarify the story here. Officially, it was only 3 people. It was a strange lunatic. Well, for those who don't know, a total of 15 Americans died. Mostly churchgoers, I want to remind people. It's kind of suspicious, that one. Were in fact murdered and ritualistically sacrificed. And those were not just random murders, no. They were all thrown together on the disgusting pile. And, well, those who've seen them, they know what I mean. But they had entire kind of improvised sacrificial circle. I think it's correct, right? There was a circle around it for the fucking ritual in the warehouse.
Yes.
Yeah. 15 Americans from police officers to from members of the community killed and hidden by the government. I want to remind you people, if they hid this, and listen, our sources are very brave, and whatever it means, just imagine what else out there. And imagine what they're able to get away with now that they have more power.
We'd like to remind our viewers that this was also around time of the abnormally high rate of casualties amongst New York police officers as well.
All bad guys, I assure you. As I some there was a victim files. Let's see here. Mr. Marsh, a carpenter, clearly must have been social with the mafia, right? I'm sure that all those shootings were coincidences. I'm sure I'm pretty sure that they also had to secretly draw the symbols, which they never released to the public. Strategically necessary to purge the corruption, as I think some callers said. Gotta ask my good friend Baphomet for some advice here sometimes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, that does... The evidence does point towards the fact that, at best, the United States government covered up multiple homicides, ritualistic sacrifices, for decades. That's the best case scenario. The worst case scenario certainly seems they were coincidences of the timing of the deaths on the police force and the cover-up of these murders. The conclusions don't bode well, ladies and gentlemen.
You all say, we have a lot of phone calls.
I imagine so. Let the people speak and let them through.
Let's pick up the first caller, of course. Your best friend, Dane Baker. I'm gonna jump straight into this. Where did you ask me? Where did you get all of this information?
Of course, Mr. Fedman wants to know our sources.
I'm just
Our
saying.
sources are confidential, but they are vetted for their own safety.
You think they'll let them live if they knew who fucking shared? Come on, even is this your expectation to
Okay, listen. So what you're saying is that the killer was an actual Satanist.
I don't know. It's not. I mean, yeah.
If they were not, they were quite inventive. Magic, what I'd say.
The problem is, why would you do it otherwise? Just because you're bored, you're funny.
You're a mentally disturbed person who has actual problems, and not because you're actually trying to summon the devil. And what you're doing right now is doing more fearmonger, which seems to be your specialty.
Well,
as someone will say, you alleging the murders did not happen, Mr. Hussein.
Not at all. But I'm saying, I think, I think you are dealing with half-truths, trying to, Mr.
Hussein, I have a question. If you don't mind me. Why cover the murders up for 3 decades?
Well, that's an excellent question, but I think we should pose that question to the police department instead of, shouting at the skies.
You think they'll answer?
Yes, they didn't answer in the last 3 decades, but they'll answer honestly now.
It seems your answer always be like, hey, let's ask the guy who covered it up why they covered it up.
That's how you do it. You find evidence, you then present them with the evidence, and you ask them to explain it to them. You sitting around in your little room and thinking about things.
You are the dumbest fucking person I've ever met, and then I'll just hang up.
Tactical hang up, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for losing my cool there, but That this man is just saying that go up to the people who did the conspiracy and confront them with the evidence, and they'll come clean.
Also asking for our fucking sources. Come on, dude. What the fuck?
Yes. I'll also be sure to inform them at the official meeting of the source who got this information.
We have another caller.
Yes, let them through. Let them through.
You recognize this voice as well from last week. It's Mr. Marlowe speaks. Says, "No, this has been a very stressful week. Very, you good folk have well, listen, we need people like you, and well, Mr. Baker's skepticism is, well, understandable. It does seem very hard to believe. I think, well, the police should, in fact, answer to this. In fact, the entire city administration should answer to these allegations. And I urge everyone who's listening, support Raphael Marlowe for city office. I will get you the answer, folks."
I'll just indicate to Jimmy, just like cut it.
He just cuts him off after saying that.
Listen here. Marlowe might be a bit of a bad pot. Instead, we don't endorse it. Just a blatant advertising.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, I'll say this: if you still believe voting can, if you still believe the official channels can get you any answers, go out and vote. But he is right on one account, though, ladies and gentlemen. This can't be allowed to just go behind closed doors. And you need, ladies and gentlemen, call your representatives, call your congressmen, call news reporters, talk about people on the streets. This can't be allowed to stay buried. They let the memory of these people die. Don't let them get away with that.
As Matthew will put on the next caller, as it's a woman, so you don't recognize the voice, although it does speak with a Russian accent. Is this Mr. O'Bannon, Mr. Jonas?
All the hosts, yes.
Oh. Lovely to hear from you two tonight. You are correct. Those murders were done in order to summon a demon to this world. And it wasn't just those people. Total number of sacrifices. Almost 18.
Listen, Bannon will look at Mr. Jones.
As I think 18 is more than the official source, right? I think.
Yes.
Okay.
You've forgotten to count a few, Mr. Jonas. A few that the police never found.
As I think, like kind of fucking like a bit confused, actually, and dumbfounded by this, actually.
The world should be afraid. Devil already walks amongst us.
And okay, I have to question. I assume it's fucking Spectre, fucking like obvious, Grant. But at this point already,
Spectre doesn't exist, man.
Okay, because okay.
Spectre only exists after the year 2000, after the fucking hit.
Okay. In that case, okay, rest in this case, still confused. Actually, Who's this calling, may I ask?
I'm the one who did it. Wasn't the Soviets. Wasn't the CIA. It was me. How they screamed. That was terrifying and pleasurable screams. You are right. Enough blood and guts. The devil does show up. What you just did, you two, have given everyone the recipe for summoning their own devils and demons. Will grant them powers, wishes, everything they desire. If they're willing to kill for it. I'm not sure there's any response from any of you.
I think Rex is actually a bit shocked and fucking glad listening to this, actually. Because he doesn't know, is someone fucking with me? Like, Barbara's like, he's confused, like, a fat man never speaks like this. What the fuck is this maneuver?
As Bannon will say, As Bannon will say. Might be the case, but it sounds like killings were already happening.
Yes. I was killing long before that time. I have been killing ever since. You think your governments, your secret services can stop me? They can't. They never have been, and they never will be. Because I've been blessed. Been blessed with abilities that would make you shudder in your nightmares, Esteban. They called me Snow Maiden. They called me a savage killer. Now they call me Bloody Ivy. Me and my people will kill. We'll kill. We'll make sure that people know the true meaning of fear. You're afraid of the government, Esteban? Rex? You're afraid of men in suits? You're afraid of God knows what conspiracy out there. No. You should be afraid of me. Because I don't have a policy. I don't have an ideology.
I see what it is, okay. As Rex can so simply say, I think I've heard enough of you, fed woman. Okay, we gotta be honest there. I do think you speak truth a bit better.
Fed woman? That's a... Is that an accusation?
Well, just admit it yourself. That's how to accuse you, but... Why the police cover it up, too? Just with public panic? No, that's not. I know exactly who you are. I believe you. I'll be honest, I believe you. Many things you said. What you're trying to do right now is simply, you are the, it's not much the theater, but every theater play needs a villain, antagonist. And it's a brave hero to stop it. In this case, Mr. Galman's the brave hero, am I right? Storm is the Rifter Court. He'd be here to stop people like you.
You think I can be stopped? That's funny. You see, the hero needs to win. Nobody wins against me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Lucifer fought so too when you stormed God against God. But he got his ass beat by the Lord for a reason.
Seems
And,
to me like God. Where was God for? And then she starts listing off people from the list and documents you had. Full name. Where was God for those people? Where was God when I drenched in their blood and guts?
Okay, I think that's a. If anything more substantial to say other than fearmongering,
I will
fearmongering.
only ask one question. You don't have to answer it. You think God will keep you safe tonight? As the call just disconnects.
No. As Bannon will say, well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it there. We're on the right track. It's the most overt threat we've gotten yet. But, well, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be honest with you. I'm a little bit afraid. That fear is not going to stop me. Even if I die tonight, I'll keep speaking truth to power.
Damn.
My last minute.
That we will. We signed up with a job sticking out our necks, and again, I always joke with.
Well, let's just say that be a few more documents being posted. We've gotten a bit more stuff that's still being verified. But if something happens to us, trust me, friends, you're going to find that the government, this whole conspiracy, no, she'd fit right in with them.
I want to
Don't
remind.
believe for a second that they're opposed.
And I want to remind people that, as I explained, intelligence agencies use false flags operations many times. This, she, is another example of that. Something to distract you and justify their overreach, protect you from people like her. And I gotta be honest, why did she wait to reveal this right about now? I gotta be honest, kind of. Oh, fuck, I should have asked her why she was still here. What a shame, but kind of auspicious timing, don't you think, Bannon? To proudly talk about this while either one of two reasons. One, she was nice enough to care about the police mandate to keep this hidden, which is, again, very nice of her, and waited until someone published it. Or, well, she's clearly working with them. And this was the best way they could cover it up, distract people. People think that we're full of shit, but no. Trust me. The government...
It was very nice of her. It was very nice of her to go along with the state media blackout for 30 years. It was very nice.
Very polite, very polite. Listen. You know, I always heard Lucifer does like his law.
Insane murderers who bathe in fear are still very polite.
Listen. I mentioned Baphomet before, but apparently Baphomet does like his rules. Demons do like the letter of the law. So I suppose they respect Washington's mandates.
Matthew looks a bit kind of shaken up, but he'll say, "Should I put in the next caller?"
Let's see if it's her.
Put in the next caller.
Luckily, no. Hussein says, "Okay, this is a bit too far for your theatrics. It's kind of cheap and a bit on the nose, don't you think? How much did you pay this woman to act? Are you claiming you actually hosted the actual killer, who just randomly showed up at your podcast, at your radio show that has listeners in the thousands, I suppose?"
As O'Bannon will say, for once Hussein, I'll give this to you. If it was me on the outside looking in, I also would struggle to believe it. The only thing I can say is, I don't know who that woman was. I didn't pay anyone.
I've realized something. You people complain you're against the system and all that, but you lack the journalistic God, journalistic integrity to reveal the sources, to make sure the stories are valid, and you now
Esteban will
host
cut him off.
killers. Go ahead.
As Esteban will cut him off. You're actually under an obligation to keep a source hidden if you think their life's in danger, dumbass. And just tell Jimmy to cut him off again.
Yeah, he get called though. He gets fucking called away.
As Esteban will repeat that to everyone. I do want to remind everyone. If you look up the rules of journalistic integrity, revealing sources when they think their lives are in danger or they think that they'll face repercussions is malpractice.
There's several heavy knocks at your door. It's like Matthew just kind of like gets up.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have guests.
And as he like opens it, you just see this woman just push past him as he like fucking freezes up, terrified. As this, well, clearly inhuman looking woman with a big smile staring at you too. Takes takes Matthew's, I also did it myself now. Takes Matthew's place. It's the headphones on. No, do go on. Cat got your tongue.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is audio medium, but I believe Riftborn is what we would call this, has come in. You might recognize her voice.
It seems you had some more questions for me.
Suppose while you're here. "30-year media blackout, please cover up," and you went along with that?
Well, I had to. Wanted woman. Well, as a wanted woman, it's much harder to move about. But now, I've amassed enough connections that I don't feel the need to hide anymore. There's, well, the physical threat to myself, well, it kind of just diminished greatly. Also, given your announcement, all the news articles, the media, people need to know who they have to reach out to if they want to get more knowledge on these rituals. After all, I've seen attempts at them. They're done incorrectly. It would be such a shame for people to die for nothing.
So Bannon will ask. So Bannon will ask. Mentioned contacts. Are those a trade secret?
Only when you reveal yours. After all, didn't you just say it was irresponsible? Should keep their names secret in case somebody would go after them.
That is correct. So, should Ivy. Been any more killings? It doesn't sound, well, imagine there might have been more, but were there any more cover-ups?
Mm-hmm. Quite a few across the world. Much easier to cover up deaths in rural parts of Asia, mountains of South America, and deserts of Africa.
And if you don't mind to sate my curiosity, while you have an audience, a captive audience, must have had a life before all this. You mentioned being a killer before, but
I grew up in the Russian Bratva. Trained as a killer from birth. Had quite a lot of fun at it as well. You see, I've realized, just like you, this administration, quite oppressive, chokes out the life from everyone. So I decided long ago that I would be doing my own thing. I feel like you and I are kindred spirits in a way. You are also trying to speak truth to power. Only difference is I can actually go and do something. You said yourself, the legal system is broken, they control everything, so I encourage everyone to look at those rituals, take power for themselves. It's time we took what is rightfully ours. You ask what I have been doing instead of shouting from the rooftops? I'll let you know. I've been making friends. I've been launching covert operations all across the globe. There's many CIA desks, KGB offices, where my file hangs around them like Damocles' sword. The reason why I don't bother newspapers, Mr. O'Bannon, is because they used to control most news outlets. Until you came along.
as Bannon will say, oh, forgive me if I express some skepticism still. Said you a problem with the administration, but these churchgoers.
You think I'm a godly person?
No, clearly not, but what have you done anything against this administration you spoke out against?
Yeah, have you ever asked yourself why I selected those specific victims? I'm gonna tell you. They were all cheaters, liars, deceivers. You see, I don't believe in systemic justice. I don't believe that the system will do anything. just like you said. So, what's left for people like you and me? People who are on the fringes of society, is to take power for ourselves, make sure justice is done. I'm what you would call a vigilante, Mr. O'Bannon. I don't claim to be holy. In fact, I admit I may be the most monstrous thing you'll ever see in your life. I have morals. I have principles as well. I could list you several CIA operations that they orchestrated against me. I could probably give you times where I was hunted down by the Soviets. I could give you many things. How is that gonna help out everyone? Will the people at home feel more safe? No. No, they won't. Because they know that powerful individuals are out there. People who are affected by rifts. Sure, you've heard rumors of vampires, other monsters.
Familiar with the rumors.
So, I say once again, you are the great equalizer. You've given the people something they can employ. No powers, no special requirements, just the grit and determination. Kill. Such a straightforward, but yet, well, I suppose for some people it's a bit difficult than others.
You said you don't believe in systemic justice, but say this individualist crusade. I don't know. What outcome do you think is satisfactory for it? Which you deem satisfactory?
My first goal would be the total ruination of Storm. Second goal would be the complete collapse of the world order. My third goal would be just have fun while doing all of this.
As Aspire will say, I suppose I shouldn't be surprised, but just to confirm, there's nothing after that?
Well, smarter people than me will have to figure that one out. I am very good at seeing evil, hypocrisy, and punishing it. I don't claim to be a statesman or a builder of any kind. I am merely, well, the person holding the torch. Burn this taint away. I'm forming my own special group for people who had enough. Storm isn't the only game in town. sure some people will vilify us. Some people will cry out in fear and anger, and I think those are good things. I think people should be afraid. I think people should be terrified of what's coming. Mr. O'Bannon. Mr. Jonas, you accused me of working with the government. What did you say? I am a villain in a theater.
I'll admit, perhaps I was a bit wrong. But actually, the only thing I was wrong at was attributing your role. I admit it. You maybe you speak truth. Maybe you don't work with them. Actually, listen. Actually, you probably did work with them. So I still insist on that part that much. What it sounds like, but no, I do think you are you're a demon. You're actually a demon. That's the only thing I can say. You are, in fact, the Satan whom they made deals with. That's not the only thing I can say. God. I guess we found there are bad people, there are good people, and there's demons like you.
It is true.
Listen, I will say though, in character, Jonas is a bit more afraid. He's not putting up because I should be clear. He's playing for his life right now.
Go ahead then. Tell me, Mr. Jonas, who do you think should die next? You could probably go and have them killed. Probably go and kill them right now if they're close enough.
You could do a funny thing. You could kill Hassan before the podcast game even starts.
Hassan, I can't believe this.
Now listen, sadly, as funny as that would be, that would be the funniest. The problem is that's a tomorrow response.
That would be a tomorrow response, yes.
A tomorrow response. Unfortunately, Jones will say, "Pardon me, I'm sorry, I didn't catch your name, by the way."
Alexandra.
Pardon me, Mrs. And I don't make deals with demons, so I politely refuse your offer. And to anyone listening here, also, do not make deals with fucking demons. I will, even if I may die, I'll keep my soul intact. There may be people I disagree with, but I will sure shit won't turn to fucking to the aid of fucking your dark fucking means to kill them.
Mr. Jonas. Don't you worry, as like you see one of her fingers sort of extends into a vine. As it like sort of coils around your hand slightly. As it like sort of just tugs a bit. There's fate far worse than death out there. You know, the storm agents are probably moving on this building as we speak. My time here is short. You think they'll let you live?
Imagine they'll take the excuse to end the show permanently.
So, would you like me to save your pathetic lives? Or would you keep your morality and not make deals with a demon?
As Bannon will say. Do what you will. I'm not much in the mood for begging.
This is not begging. I think you are fighters. You are fighting for freedom, justice, liberty, truth. I think you are pathetic, but that's just my opinion of everyone. A question is, do you trust me or the storm agents?
Listen, Grant, I have a question.
Yes.
Could I roll a detect to on her to figure out basically like how honest with this, or like how much of a game is this?
Yeah, you can give me a roll.
I roll fast right now. Ban is thinking. Mr. Joe is also thinking right now, really hard.
Normal difficulty.
Yes.
Can I ask basically? Listen, I'll roll myself first too. Oh, let me reroll.
Holy shit.
Are you greedy? Are you a greedy, man?
Rex Jones, as he explained, he's a faithful man. Let's not listen to the serpent.
Well, she's definitely not lying about the fact that she thinks this building is about to be stormed in like a few minutes. And she doesn't want to kill you. Like, she's honest about having apparently good faith in you two. You just think she may disconsider literally everyone who's not her.
That's kind of obvious, but the thing is, I was thinking about, is she trying to? Okay, good. Yes, but she's not planning to kill us.
No. This is a genuine offer.
You know what? Bannon will say,
This might be the craziest thing I'll ever say in my life, but up to this point, you've been much more honest with me than any government spook. If Storm's on their way, that's a few dead federal agents.
Sort of smile. Looks at you, Jonas.
So Jonas is fucking.
do you have an adrenaline? Can you smoke the crack pipe one last time before you die?
I don't have an adrenaline. That's the problem.
You're old and
Damn.
extreme. It's
Oh, actually, like okay, listen.
I wasn't saying a joke. I said, listen. But listen. Do what you will.
The problem is, I'm not sure how much how much I can ask for the extreme, but the problem is like I'm not. I'm literally can literally ask the fucking. Is she lying about like the fact the storm will probably kill us? Does she believe that at least? Does she believe that?
No, I don't. You don't think she believe. You don't think she like. But she doesn't think Storm will actually kill you, but she does think Storm will fucking like make sure you don't get to have this podcast ever fucking again. She's just kind of like being a bit overly dramatic, but you do think that if Storm after this, no, Storm's not gonna let you operate on U.S. soil.
They will fabricate the reason to arrest us.
Yes.
Ah, okay. That was the only thing I was.
Well, being in custody.
Yeah. Okay, that was the thing that Rex was thinking, Tony. Like, is she trying to lure us to come with her so Storm can arrest us behind the fucking corner? Because you're thinking like,
no,
public
absolutely
execution
not.
way too obvious. Yeah, because the public execution way too obvious. Like, he doesn't believe that.
She is clearly trying to keep you alive and on air.
As Rex will say, you may be a mad woman, but think the truth, the truth needs to be fucking spread.
As you just see spikes impale sort of the equipment around as it begins to like fry up as she gets up. We need to move now.
Alright, let's go. Fuck. It's now fucking, he is a fucking, all this CUDA pressure they could fucking, unleashing, yeah.
Yeah, listen, she'll kind of grab Matthew by the collar as she'll drag him along, as well as you three alongside her will have to rush out of the building, as you'll see this there's several police cars in front, as you see these massive fucking vines spike out of the ground as they fucking flip the cars over as officers dive for cover before they start gunning each other down. As she'll calmly walk out and gesture for a nearby car. I presume you get in the back seat.
Yes.
As she'll get in and start driving.